Welcome to Purpose Points by C. Harper. Today is such a beautiful day. However, it does bring me sadness to know that one of the great iconic features of our time, Dr. Maya Angelou, has transitioned to be with the Lord. I'm also sad that I didn't get the opportunity to meet her face to face, but I will say this, I interviewed her, and in the interview I was encouraged to do great and wonderful things. And so I leave this with those of you that are listening. Rise. As Dr. Maya Angelou said, still I rise. Whatever the situation it is, just rise from it. Get up. Don't let anything cage you down. Just rise above the circumstances. Now let's get back to our 5-minute purpose points. My name is C. Harper, and I want to bring you something that God gave me when I was in my lowest valley. I was really down low. I wrote this book 5 years ago. This book is called 3 Seasons. 3 Seasons. And it's broken up into 3 sections: a reason, a season, and a lifetime. And the book is poetical, and then it has questions and answers. It is a great teaching tool. And God gave me this book to teach from. And the first topic that He gave me was change. I'm telling you, change is inevitable for us to be successful. And you know, our human nature says to us that change is hard. But let me say this to you. Without change, you impede your progress. We have to make a change. And the first thing that I did to make a change in my life was I changed that thought that I had that I was not good enough. And if you have any fears in you that say that you are not good enough, I'm here to encourage you that you are. I don't care where you came from, what you look like economically, where your family was reared, or whether they're educated or not. You are good enough. Let no one tell you anything different. And when I began to change that thought, I got busy fulfilling the things that I was called to do. I finished my college degree. I lost 40 pounds. I wrote my first book, and the workbook to accompany it. I wrote my first stage play because I began to change the way I thought, the way I viewed myself, the way I looked at myself. And I realized that I'm just as good as the next person. And so I want to encourage you to change. The change is imperative in order for you to be successful and to move into your future. You become the change agent that you desire to see. So let's talk about some things in dealing with change before we go to our Q&A. You ask, what is change? Change is an inevitable movement. It's constant. It has to go. And change does not stop because you've deemed yourself not ready. What change does is it just moves because it has to. The same way you should, with rapid, perpetual, and immeasurable speed. Take an introspective look at yourself. Open up your mind. Renew, rejuvenate, rekindle, rewrite your journey. The set time is at hand for your change. Transform into the being that you know really exists inside you. The one that revolutionizes the current state of thinking. Get rid of your thinking stinking. You see, your future calls for an adjustment, and it might be 180 degrees. Amend the norm and begin to process things different. Amend that normal thinking that you've done and process it differently. Exchange the old for the new. Converge your mind from the standard to the multidimensional. Anticipate change. Embrace change. Then initiate change. You see, greatness is peeking through the crowd and it's articulating, it's your time. But you have to take the road less traveled. Painless, change is not. But rewarding, it is. You see, it's your future. Enhance your knowledge. Seize your intellectual endowment. Whether great or small, progress in your change. Change is not contingent upon your past deeds, but rather your future focus. You have the propensity to move through life fluidly and dynamically, and then pay it forward to someone else. Move, stir things up, involved into the promised land that you know exists. You see, although it's about you, it's not just for you. You've got to create a dynamic life that would impact the lives of others, both in service and as being a great example. So my question to you is, I'm going to pose 5 or 6 questions to you. I want you to describe what a vibrant life looks like to you. Describe that. Picture it. What does it look like to you? Number 2, what changes do you need to make in order to achieve that life that you want to have? Number 3, what resources, if any, will you need to initiate the changes? There are tools and resources available to all of us. Number 4, who will be affected by the change? And that's the good thing. Your change brings about positive effects for other people. Number 5, what will be the lasting effects of your changes? What will be the lasting effects of your changes? And number 6, how will you continue to grow and change? Folks, it's time to change. And so I'm encouraging you to make the change